Hi all, good morning. I'm sharing my screen. Is everyone able to see my screen and able to hear?
Yes,
Yeah, thank you. Yesterday we have seen about the JSON stringify parse methods and some of the if statement, else statement, and if else ladder, else if ladder, and this is statement like we have seen it. And next today, like we will be seeing some of the important things in our JavaScript, and we can wind up the JavaScript. I hope almost all the concepts cover something like but just like clauses and just like some of the things are pending. That's why like that I will be I'm clearing up now and later like we can go for next things. First you guys understand like what is a clause. Okay. Let's go with the clauses. First you guys need to understand what is the clauses. Clauses in the sense it's just like combination of a particular function and bundled together with the reference with any surrounding state and the like lexical environment also we can consider it. It means first I will start with the example so that you guys will get the clarity. Suppose some initialization function is available. Under that one, suppose if you are just like writing some variable like a global. Suppose if you are calling it the init function now, we'll be getting the display function. If you see here, JavaScript 6 times got printed. It means any number of times, suppose you are trying to call it, that many number of times something it will be holding the data. It means if you are trying to access an outside function variable inside the inner function, still that variable exists until you say inside the inner function. That is the thing we can call as a clause or lexical environment. Just you can write our simple definition. Use outside variable inside the inner function. Still that scope exists. Scope of variable is exist. This one is called as lexical scoping. This is the thing you can call as a clauses. Even the counter functions also can create it and we can have it just like I will show you guys how we do that. So if we see here this function, the counter like it's keep on increasing like one from 0 to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It means any number of times suppose you are trying to calculate same variables count like it will be keep on increasing it. In these cases like increment decrement cases any number of like any different cases like you can use our JavaScript clauses. JavaScript clauses. Okay. Next thing is on carrying of JavaScript. Okay. The carrying in the sense like any number of arguments like you can pass it, that one it will be grouped into single unit and it will be written as the results. It's just a function. You can call it for example, function of 2, 3. Like this is an example. I can show you guys how we write it. Just like arraying, like will be declared like this. See here, it's got printed as a 6. 10 plus 20 plus 30 is a 60. 10 plus 20 plus 30 is a 60. So what this is there, like we know, like three things is there, three times, like three data are available. If there four things is there, four items will be there. But suppose if you want to write our dynamic arraying, like how can you write it? Let me try to write our dynamic arraying. It means something like it will be taking any number of arguments. I will explain you guys something like how it will work it. This is the Korean and like we will be using the class sum function now to just like figure it out like what is the sum of it like. Already we know something like what is the sum of the array. Like, any number of arguments like we can pass it. It will take in the array format and it will just like written as sum. 5. I'm passing a sum. For this like sum like it's got the sum, but for this like it's giving as not a number. You see like 53 I got it like by 53 20 plus 20 40 40 plus 10 50 50 plus 3 53. N means how many number of arguments, and in the sense the count of the numbers. See guys, like I will show the example, like this is the dynamic thing, how it work, I will explain you guys. I'm going to put breakpoint from here. First one is direct like from our array like reduce thing. But if you see here, now we are calling the curry function. The curry function, like what it is doing, it is taking as a n and function. We see here, if you see here, n as a 5 means something like how many number of elements? There is something like 5 elements. So that is an n. This is the 5 I am passed. I have passed the 5 elements. N is a 5 and function is function. The just like f is not defined something like it's coming, but like we are taking as a f. F is not defined something like we are not declared the defined with the array. Like what are the value you want it, like you can just like take it like. We see here now it's came. Now it's came. We know the n value as a 5 and function as a sum function. Like what are the sum is available here is taking as a that function. That is an callback function. Like we are taking as a callback function. And what is the next? Next in the sense, it will create the particular function and if you see here, next is a callback function like which is taking the two arguments. First one is the m in the sense that is an n, it is just like 5. Okay, it will be keep on iteration something like 5 next 4 next 3 next 2 like that, like it will be keep on iterating in internally. If you see here, like what is happening here, like we have iterated a curry n, it means something like any number of arguments like we will be passing it. For example, suppose if you pass as 10 now, it will be iterating 10 times here in the left side and it will be adding to this ACC array in the sense first time like it will be empty array, first time like it will be empty array, next time automatically it is concatenating here, automatically it is concatenating here, and we are trying to pass same function again and again. It will be happening 10 times iteration. It will be holding with the array of that many numbers. If it become as 0, that time it will be calling our some function with the array as the arguments. So array reduce method already we know it will be getting the sum of all array elements, so that's why it can give our dynamic array. Here we know something like how many number of elements are available. For this also, like we can call same thing. I'm commenting here. I'm going to call something like the same thing Korean and 3, and then we have some function to just like calculate our sum. It will give the our output. So whatever it's got previously 60, that means it's got 10, 20 plus 30 it's 60. Suppose if you make as a 6 elements, you can pass 3 more elements. 100, 200 and 300. That will be 660. Something happened. See, before is we are trying to access because that is an constant. That is a constant. So after declaration only, I will be calling my polygon. Anytime the constant you cannot use something before declaring it. This one, if you see here 660, it means you guys can easily understand any number of times. Suppose if you want to try to find it the output, that will be same thing. Any number of times like we can find the output, any number of elements, any number of things, but we need to have the callback function as a sum related, and we need to create this one for the iteration purpose. Either our normal while loop also like we can write it how our iteration will be happening to just like concat our things. Any doubts in the dynamic carrying function? Any doubts, please ask. Like, what are the doubts? Like, you guys are having it. Like, you guys can easily ask the thing, so that you guys will have the clarity instead of like understanding blindly. Guys, is it clear? Or no? Let's wait. Like, I'll show you guys like debugging here so that you guys will get the clarity. Now n is a 6. Now it's called the callback function. It came here. M value is a 6. 6 is greater than 1. That is a true. And it will be executing like a question mark in the sense ternary already you guys know. Like if this is true, it will go into this one, or else guys colon our case it will go. Now m greater than 1, 6 greater than 1 is true, so that is it will be calling again next function, same function. We're doing what doing m minus 1, and after that like what we are doing ACC, like we are passing as empty array. For empty array like we are concatenating our 10. So next iteration, next it will be calling same thing. Now m is still 6. It is calling the next. Now m it will become as a 5, and like array it will become as a 10, like first element, like whatever the value we have passed, that one is stored. Next time like what will be doing, next 20 it will be storing. If you see here m still 5 only, but array it is become as a 10 only. After calling it, like it will become array as a 2 elements, 10, 20, like that will be keep on iterating it. For your guys are clarity, like let me write the for loop for that so that you guys will have more clarity. While loop m is greater than 1, can kind of push also we can do it like we are reducing thing. It doesn't change the output. Because like next why we need to call like it will be just like increasing our value something like it will be calling with the new value like whatever we are having it with that, that's why like we will be calling with the, because something like it will be changing the value of the iteration something like what are the value parameters getting occur and it should be getting that's why like it's just getting happening at that one. Something is missing with that like we can add in any way like just like it will be written same thing. Okay. For now, let me be there. If you get something, like I will send you guys to understand. Any doubts in this currying, like up to this one? Like, okay. Uh, guys, did we cover like apply, call, and bind? Okay. Already like apply, I think so. Like it's got covered, bind. Okay. apply call by like I will be showing you the object with just like with the different functions so that like you guys will have the clarity so that a simple object like I have taken it. Sorry, not the function. It's another object. Simple object with the number as two like I have taken it and like whereas function like I'm going to write it here with the yard and I'm writing here something like this dot name and I'm going to write something like that call with the current object like what is the with the call apply or bind like we can call anything we can I'm going to pass a new I mean like this current object something like that is an obj for now like whatever the object we have created it with the value as 3. So if you see here like in this case it will be written the particular value but we need to print in the console document that write something like we will be getting the clarity. See, what are the value like it's printed like 5 because already 2 is available here and 2 plus 3 that's a 5. It means for any function there will be just like apply, call, bind methods, three things will be there. Any number of arguments like we can take it and like we can write our dynamic logic based on the required things. Based on the required things. For example, just like let us take instead of a like if you're having the b also, that b parameter like you can add it over here and argument as a b. So that with that like we can easily call our one more value for that. So it will be auto appending with that value. This is the call. For example, there is just like if we are having the apply thing, the apply thing something like we need to pass the in the array of arguments. We see here 15 got printed. In the apply, like we will be passing the array formats, but whereas in the call, like we will be passing the normal formats. And whereas the bind one, no, like it will be passing the symbols with the simple, like it will be returning as function, and we need to call again. Same thing, like I'm taking into the function, and just like our add dot bind, we'll be binding with our current object common value, something like 10, 20. For example, like this will be returning as a function. This time, like it will be, I'm going to follow that function right now. We see a 32. 20 plus 10 is in 30, 30 plus 2 is in 32. If I increase something like to 10, it will be 40. 40, then the value got changed. Like that, that call, apply and bind, there is just like only one simple differences. Here we can pass in the any number of arguments with a comma. Any number of arguments in with the array format. In array format. It will return a function. You can pass any number of arguments. And number of arguments like we can pass it. The call, apply and bind. It means like different like methods like we can pass it and we can use it like depending on the need case like we can use it. And if you see here, if you observe like we are trying to find and this dot object and this dot name number, For that's why like we are calling the this reference here. If you see here call, it is accepting a this current this. If you see here first function is a this. Here also this is a this one. Like what are the current object like we'll be passing it, that value it will be taking over here. If you pass here, I can pass the different object also with the num 100. If you see here, that will be 140 for the last one, 130. 100 plus 10 plus 20 is 130. It means the current first value is like this reference, like it will be taken for any function. That is the difference between call, apply, and bind. Is it clear, you guys?
Yes, son.
Yeah. Call, apply, bind will be using for to write this reference with new object while calling any function. Let me explain about the prototype. In everywhere, there will be just a prototype object. In everywhere, there will be prototype object internally in our anything, something like any array or just like any objects or just like different types of things. There will be prototype object. Internally, like it will be taken for everything, there will be prototype things. Without the prototype, like you cannot use this also like apply current point. And we can add our custom function for any like existing objects or just like existing this reference for any function. If we want to do that, like we need prototype thing. Like that's why like with the help of prototype only, with the help of this only, like we can able to like just like call the things and we can append the things and we can update the things for anything, like okay, we are doing that dynamically. Other something it doesn't support the prototype inheritance or just like anything we cannot get the type of it and what is the value of it, like we can add the custom function also, we cannot do anything. That is the major thing. For every object or just like a function, prototype will be there. With the help of this thing only, our OOPS classes like we are able to achieve. OOPS in a sense, it's an object-oriented programming. We are achieving. That's it in the JavaScript, and okay, start our TypeScript in the next class. If any doubts in the JavaScript, guys, you guys can ask. Like I will share this developer guide and examples in our like chat box, so that please go through. If there is no doubt, I can wind up the class.